Well, it's springtime again, and it's a time of year when I go a little bit bird crazy. And just like everybody else, I'm sure, I really enjoy watching those big, magnificent birds, great blue herons and bald eagles. They're just a joy to photograph and watch. This year we got some great pictures of this juvenile bald eagle. But as much as I love watching these big, majestic birds, it's those tiny little guys that kind of have me keeping an eye out during the spring. Many of them just show up right in my own backyard, or just a little way from my house like these marsh wrens. I can't count how many hours I've been spending watching them. But this video is all about these little beauties, Anna's hummingbirds. Now, we're no strangers to Anna's hummingbirds around our house. They've been living at our bird feeder 365 days a year for several years. So I literally see them all throughout the day, every day of the year. And then in the spring and summer, we get these rufous hummingbirds as well. And it's a joy to watch those guys fight it out for the bird feeder. They're pretty tough until an Anna's hummingbird comes along and just runs them right out of there. So this year I got to take my bird photography to a new level with the addition of a Nikon Super Zoom camera. Well, this next episode all started with me looking for this ruby-crowned kinglet down along the Lowell Park Road. He's a skittery little dude. He's pinging from one tree to the next. But this Anna's hummingbird zips right under my nose and then leads me to her nest in the tree. And I'll tell you, even though this is just 10 feet off of a well-used trail, you are never going to find this unless somebody comes and points it out to you. So I took Susie down and stopped and talked to a couple of folks on the trail and showed them the nest. And over the next week and a half or so, I watched the nest every day to see if those chicks were going to hatch. So one day I'm rolling down to check on the birds, and I see the city crew is working and shredding trees and cutting brush, and I think, oh my gosh, I got to keep them away from Anna. So I grab this guy in the green helmet there, and I walk him down to the nest and tell him all about it. And he gives me his guarantee they're going to keep their crew away from there till the chicks hatch. So with that solved, now it's just a question of watching them every day and trying to not make too big of a deal. This is a really busy trail, and I don't want to draw too much attention to them. Oh, and then finally, on May 9th, I take a peek in there and I capture a little bit of video, and I don't notice till I get home and I'm looking at it on the screen. It's got a couple of babies in there. And then the next day, you can see two beautiful little chicks with their heads poking up out of that nest. Well, this is the female. The male plays no role whatsoever in nesting. She's such a careful mom. As soon as she gets done feeding her chicks, she fluffs her feathers out, gets the chicks all tucked down in the nest, and then kind of flops over them to keep them warm.
So our grandpa brought us down here to see these Anna's hummingbirds right over there. This is what the beaks look like out of the nest, just two little beaks, just like that.
Well, alrighty. The mom has just shown up and buzzed around the neighborhood here a little bit. And babies so far are just up there waiting in the nest for mom to come back. There's mom. All right, Mom, way to go.
Okay, so let's see, it's Sunday morning, May 20th. We've been up in the mountains for a few days, and so I haven't been down here to check on our hummingbirds. So it's kind of cloudy and rainy and cool, and I thought this would be a good time. There's not a lot of folks on the trail, and maybe we'll go here and have a look and see how big they're getting. All right, come on, I'll take you in.
Well, look at this little guy sticking out his tongue. He's waiting for some chow. Okay, so I didn't actually take you in there. We just zoomed in there. We're still out on the trail. Here's Mom shows up. She seems to always want to feed the chick that's on the right before the chick that's on the left. But conveniently, she always faces the same way, out towards the camera. How nice.
Well, good morning, little fellas. You are certainly getting big. So, May 22nd, and just in the last couple of days, these guys have actually grown to be almost hummingbird size. Look at that.
Well, one of the things that I've really enjoyed about this project is over the few weeks that I was watching these guys, I was posting little updates to my Instagram page or to Facebook and kind of checking in with some of my pals that were keeping track of the progress. And then one day my cousin Susan Santos sent me a note, said, well, what are their names? And of course I paused and said, I don't know. I told her that, well, you were the first one to ask, so I guess you got the naming rights. And so I'll introduce you to Petey and Patty. I guess that's Petey over on the left and Patty on the right. Yep, those are the names she picked. Well done, cuz. Well, actually, other things in life kind of get in the way of just all hummingbirds and nothing else. But anyway, I got back from the mountains and went down to take a look at these guys, and lo and behold, they are all growed up. Well, that's probably Petey right there, and that's must be Patty sitting up on the branch. So let's end this video right here and call these guys officially fledged. Thanks for watching.